Ladies and gentlemen, the basketball world is on fire tonight. What started as a celebration for Caitlin Clark has instantly turned into a nightmare of rage, betrayal, and heartbreak for Angel Reese. Because just hours after news broke that Clark secured a jaw-dropping $15 million mega deal, Angel Reese's reaction wasn't just bitter. It was an explosion heard across the entire sports world. Whispers, leaks, and so-called insider reports claim that Reese didn't just cry in private, she allegedly slammed doors, cut off teammates mid-practice, and even unfollowed key sponsors on Instagram. And if that wasn't shocking enough, fans are now saying the deal proves everything has been rigged against Reese from day one. But here's where it gets really wild. Because according to one insider, Reese didn't stop at rage. She allegedly made a direct threat toward Clark and the Chicago Sky organization, vowing to make them regret ever choosing her over me. Yes, you heard that right. Angel Reese isn't backing down, she's gearing up for revenge. But what exactly did she do? What shocking private messages have already leaked? And why are fans suddenly saying this $15 million deal could destroy women's basketball forever? Stay with me because what's about to unfold will leave you speechless to truly understand why. Angel Reese is boiling with rage right now. We need to rewind because this rivalry has been building for years, like a storm waiting to unleash. On one side, you have Caitlin Clark, Iowa's golden child, the so-called face of women's basketball. Every headline praises her, every sponsor throws money at her, her highlights trend daily, and the media paints her as a once-in-a-lifetime superstar. And on the other side, Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie, fierce, unapologetic, emotional, raw, and real. She led LSU to an unforgettable championship win, a moment many fans claim was the true turning point for women's basketball. Reese didn't just dominate. On the court she brought attitude, style, and personality that made people actually pay attention. But here's the problem. While Angel Reese built the culture, Caitlin Clark was the one getting all the credit and now, all the money. Let's not forget the infamous 2023 championship clash. Angel Reese taunting Caitlin Clark with the "you can't see me" gesture. It wasn't just a moment. It became a viral earthquake. Millions of fans debated it. Some crowned Reese the queen of swagger, others demonized her. And in the middle of it all, Clark was carefully protected by the media, portrayed as the victim, while Reese was painted as the villain. That narrative never really went away. And here's where it gets even uglier. Because while Caitlin Clark was being quietly courted by mega sponsors like Nike, Gatorade, and now this mind-blowing $15 million deal, Angel Reese was left fighting for scraps. Sure, she landed some partnerships, but nothing even close to Clark's payday. And according to one insider source close to Reese, she's been venting for months that Clark's deals weren't just business, they were a message that Angel will never be allowed to sit at the top of the throne. Think about that for a second. Angel Reese, who brought millions of new eyes to women's basketball, who made headlines louder than anyone else, feels like the industry has deliberately boxed her out. But that's not all. Sources say Reese has been repeatedly disrespected behind the scenes. One alleged leaked message claims a brand exec told her agent that she was too controversial, too emotional, too unpredictable. In other words, they didn't want her fired, they wanted Clark's safe image. And now, with this $15 million mega deal plastered across every headline in America, the dam has officially broken. Angel Reese isn't just frustrated. She feels betrayed, silenced, and erased, and her reaction isn't something the league or Caitlin Clark can just brush off. Because for Angel, this isn't just about money, it's about respect. It's about who gets remembered as the true icon of women's basketball. And right now, it feels like history is being rewritten to crown Caitlin Clark while Angel Reese is shoved into the shadows. And trust me, Reese has no intention of staying quiet. But here's the twist. What she did next shocked even her closest friends, and it may have just crossed a line that changes everything. The $15 million Caitlin Clark deal wasn't just news, it was a nuclear bomb. And the very first to react, Angel Reese. According to multiple insider leaks, the moment Reese saw the headlines splashed across ESPN and Twitter, she lost it. One source close to her inner circle claimed she slammed her phone on the table and yelled, "So she gets $15 million. And I get what? A pat on the back. I built this league." That wasn't all. Just hours later, a cryptic tweet appeared on Angel's account. "Funny how they love your moves but hate your mouth. Guess I was never meant to win in their system." Bet. Fans immediately went into a frenzy. Some thought it was a direct shot at Caitlin Clark. Others speculated it was aimed at the corporate brands that had chosen Clark as their golden girl. Within minutes, #PayAngelReese started trending nationwide, but behind the scenes, the tension was boiling to levels no one could imagine, because according to leaked group chat screenshots that mysteriously surfaced online, Angel Reese was allegedly messaging her teammates in fury. In one of the messages, she wrote, "They'll keep milking her good girl image until the world forgets who actually put women's basketball on the map. This is bigger than money, it's about respect." Another alleged message hinted at something darker. "If they think I'm gonna just smile and play along, they're wrong. I'll make them regret sidelining me." These leaks spread like wildfire. The basketball world froze. But the biggest shock came just 2 nights later. Angel Reese attended a private gala event hosted by major sponsors in Los Angeles. Caitlin Clark was also there, celebrating her historic deal. What happened next turned whispers into chaos. Eyewitnesses claim Reese and Clark came face to face at the after-party. At first, people say it was civil. Just smiles, quick words, the usual, keep it polite for the cameras routine. But then, as the crowd thinned, an argument allegedly broke out near the VIP section. According to one witness, Reese's voice cut through the music. "You don't deserve half of what they gave you. You let them hand it to you, while I had to bleed for it." Clark, visibly shaken, reportedly shot back, "Don't blame me for your problems, Angel. I never asked for any of this." And here's the kicker, someone filmed it. Yes, a blurry, grainy clip of Reese pointing her finger furiously at Clark, while security rushed over, leaked online within hours. It didn't capture the full argument, but it was enough. Fans saw Reese's rage, Clark's defensive stance, and security stepping in. The internet erupted. But then came the first twist nobody saw coming. Because hours after the video went viral, an anonymous account dropped another bombshell. A supposed leaked email between a top brand executive and Caitlin Clark's management. The email allegedly revealed that Reese's name had been deliberately blacklisted from negotiations. The reason? The email allegedly read, "We cannot attach our brand to someone unpredictable. Reese is too controversial. Clark is safer, more marketable. Angel is a liability." That single word, liability, sent Angel Reese's fans into meltdown. If true, it meant the entire system wasn't just ignoring her, it was actively working against her. And for Angel Reese, that wasn't just unfair. That was war. But here's the real shocker. Insiders say Reese already has a plan to fight back, and it's something that could shake women's basketball to its very core. The leaked email changed everything. What began as jealousy rumors suddenly became proof of sabotage. At least, that's how fans saw it. And Angel Reese, she wasn't just hurt, she was ready for revenge. Insiders close to Reese claim she stayed up the entire night after the email leak, firing off messages to her PR team and inner circle. One chilling line reportedly stood out, "If they want me to be the villain, I'll be the villain they'll never forget." And then, Reese went silent, no tweets, no Instagram stories, no interviews, but silence in the middle of chaos. That's louder than words. Fans started speculating, was she plotting something? Was she negotiating behind closed doors? Or was she about to walk away from the league entirely? Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's camp tried to do damage control. Clark posted a carefully worded message on Instagram. "I respect every athlete in this game. Angel has paved the way for so many of us. I hope we can keep pushing women's basketball forward together." But instead of calming things down, the post only added fuel to the fire. Critics accused Clark of being fake, humble, and tone-deaf. Fans flooded her comments. "Easy to be humble when you're sitting on $15 million. Angel deserves a cut of your deal, period. Together. Girl, you left her behind." The internet was splitting into two camps: Team Angel versus Team Caitlin, and the feud was becoming bigger than basketball. Then came the shocking reveal. An anonymous Twitter thread surfaced, claiming to have inside knowledge of what really happened between Reese and Clark at that private gala. The thread alleged that the argument went far deeper than the blurry video showed. According to the posts, Reese accused Clark of knowing about the blacklist all along. One alleged quote read, "You knew they were shutting me out. You smiled while they buried me." If true, it meant Clark wasn't just an innocent bystander. She was part of the system that pushed Reese aside. Clark's camp quickly denied it, calling the thread pure fiction. But the damage was done. Fans didn't care whether it was true or not, the perception had shifted. Caitlin Clark was no longer the untouchable sweetheart. Now she was seen as someone who may have profited off Angel's downfall, and Angel Reese. She leaned into it 2 days later. She broke her silence with a chilling Instagram caption alongside a black and white photo of herself on the court. "They wanted me quiet. Now they'll hear me roar." The post exploded with millions of likes and comments. Celebrities chimed in, too. Rapper Cardi B commented, "Angel speaking facts." LeBron James retweeted her post with the words, "Sometimes the truth ain't pretty." The controversy wasn't just about basketball anymore, it was about power, race, image, and respect. And then, the second twist dropped. Late at night, TMZ-style footage emerged, showing Angel Reese walking into a secret meeting with a rival league executive. Rumors immediately spread that Reese was considering leaving her team or even the entire WNBA to sign a massive counterdeal with a new sponsor who promised to build around her instead of sidelining her. If true, this wasn't just revenge. This was a direct threat to the system that had crowned Caitlin Clark the new face of women's basketball. The question now was clear. Would Angel Reese burn the entire house down just to prove a point? And if she did, would anyone be able to stop her? The moment Angel Reese walked into that secret meeting, the world exploded. Twitter, on fire. Instagram, flooded. TikTok, a non-stop war zone. The hashtags told the story. Hashtag Team Angel versus hashtag Team Caitlin. Fans were no longer just debating stats, they were fighting over loyalty, money, and betrayal. One viral tweet read, "Caitlin got $15 million for smiling at the cameras. Angel bled on that court and got pennies. Where's the justice?" Another fired back, "Angel is acting entitled. Caitlin earned her deal, fair and square. Stop making it about jealousy." The arguments spiraled. Entire Twitter spaces were dedicated to the feud. TikTok creators reenacted the leaked gala confrontation like it was a soap opera. Memes flooded Instagram. Clark painted as a golden child, Reese as the rebel queen. But this wasn't just fans any. More celebrities picked sides. Cardi B doubled down, posting, "They don't like when a black woman speaks up. Angel Reese deserves her bag." Meanwhile, country star Morgan Wallen slyly tweeted, "Some folks just play the game. Some folks play the drama. I respect Caitlin Clark for focusing on basketball." The cultural divide was crystal clear. Then came the corporate reactions. Nike, already Caitlin Clark's sponsor, issued a statement. "We celebrate all athletes who push the game forward. Caitlin represents excellence, and we stand by her." But Adidas wasn't about to stay quiet. Just days later, they dropped a savage campaign teaser featuring Angel Reese, with the tagline, "Not the favorite, but always the fighter." The internet nearly broke. Fans screamed, she flipped the script. Some even suggested Adidas intentionally fanned the flames to steal attention from Nike. Even NBA legends chimed in. Shaquille O'Neal posted, "I've seen this game before. They crowned you today, they bury you tomorrow. Angel, keep fighting." But perhaps the most shocking reaction came from within the WNBA itself. Reports surfaced that several players privately messaged Reese, telling her to stand strong and hinting that they too had been silently sidelined while Clark was pushed forward. Suddenly, Reese wasn't just fighting for herself, she was becoming the voice of something bigger. And yet, there were risks. Sports analysts warned that Reese's image was walking a thin line. One ESPN commentator said live on air, "If Angel goes too far, she risks being blackballed permanently. But if she plays this right, she could change the entire system." It was a dangerous balancing act. By now, fans were locked in, refreshing their feeds every hour for updates. Every move Reese or Clark made sparked thousands of posts. Every silence became suspicious. Every word was dissected like gospel, and then, just when the dust seemed to settle, another mysterious leak surfaced. This time, it wasn't an email. It wasn't a video, it was a contract. A contract allegedly showing that Caitlin Clark's $15 million deal included a clause that specifically restricted her sponsors from signing Angel Reese. If this document was real, it meant Caitlin Clark hadn't just benefited from Reese's downfall, she may have actively locked her out of the bag. The world held its breath. And Angel Reese, she was nowhere to be found. Her silence was deafening. But what was coming next would shake the entire sports industry to its core. The leaked contract shook the internet like an earthquake. Screenshots of the alleged clause spread like wildfire. Exclusivity provision. Associated sponsors may not engage in agreements with Angel Reese without prior written consent. If true, this wasn't just unfair. This was a career assassination attempt. Fans erupted in outrage. Caitlin Clark blocked Angel Reese from getting deals. This ain't basketball anymore, this is WAR. But before anyone could confirm the document's authenticity, a second bombshell dropped. An anonymous source claiming to be from inside the very company that gave Clark her $15 million deal leak. An audio recording. In the crackly clip, a voice that sounded eerily like a top executive said, "We want Caitlin clean. We can't have Angel in the same spotlight, it confuses the narrative. Lock her out." The audio ended abruptly, but it was enough to send the sports world into chaos. Suddenly, this wasn't just a feud between two athletes, this was a conspiracy. But here's where it gets darker. That very night, Angel Reese's Instagram vanished. No posts, no stories. Just gone. Fans panicked. Did she delete it? Was it hacked? Or was she silenced? Speculation spiraled. Some swore they saw a cryptic story just before her account disappeared. A black screen with 4 chilling words. "You'll hear from me." Screenshots of the alleged post spread everywhere, though skeptics questioned if they were real or AI-generated fakes. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark broke her silence with a carefully worded statement. "I've always respected Angel as a competitor. I never controlled sponsors' decisions. I just focus on basketball." But her calm response only fueled suspicions. Was she hiding behind PR teams while Reese was being pushed into the shadows? And then, the final twist, a new insider leak claimed that Angel Reese wasn't just sitting quietly, she was plotting her revenge. According to whispers, Reese had already signed a confidential deal with a streaming giant to release a tell-all documentary, exposing everything: emails, calls, contracts, and hidden agendas. The title, allegedly uncrowned, The Angel Reese Story. If this was true, it would mean Angel wasn't backing down at all. She was preparing to blow the entire system wide open. The industry was frozen in fear. Would she really risk everything? Would she really name names, expose executives, and drag Caitlin Clark into the storm with her? No one knew, but one thing was clear: the feud between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark had moved far beyond basketball. This wasn't just about a $15 million deal anymore. This was about power, silencing, and survival. And as the cameras turned, fans asked the question burning across every timeline: when Angel Reese speaks, who's going to survive the fallout? Because the next chapter isn't just coming, it's going to change everything. And now, the spotlight turns to you. Because after everything we've uncovered, the $15 million mega deal, the leaked contracts, the mysterious audio, and Angel Reese's sudden disappearance, one question refuses to die. Is Angel Reese being unfairly silenced? Or is Caitlin Clark simply reaping the rewards of her dominance? Fans are already split in half. Some are screaming, "Angel deserves better, this is targeted sabotage." While others argue, Caitlin earned it, stop blaming her for Angel's struggles. But what do you think? Do you believe the leaked contract is real? Did Caitlin's deal actually block Angel Reese from her opportunities? Or is this all smoke and mirrors, designed to stir up controversy and keep us watching? And let's not ignore the biggest question of all: what's inside Angel Reese's rumored tell-all documentary? If she really drops the receipts, will this shake the entire sports industry to its core? Or will it backfire and leave her career in ruins? I need you to weigh in right now. Drop your comments below, because this debate isn't just happening in locker rooms or boardrooms, it's happening right here. And your voice counts. Smash that like button if you think Angel Reese is about to flip the script. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because trust me, the next update in this saga is going to make today's drama look like child's play. And remember, this story is far from over. The power moves, the secrets, the betrayals, the best or the worst is still to come, so stay locked in, because the next twist could drop any second.